Hello friends, I am Pooja Sangwan. Today I will discuss the displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, exothermic reaction and the endothermic reaction. First of all, we define the displacement reaction and double displacement reaction, and we also discuss the properties of the displacement reaction and double displacement reaction and the example of the exothermic reaction and the endothermic reaction. First of all, we define the displacement reaction. A displacement reaction is those reaction when a more reactive element display a less reactive element. It means we can say that when a more reactive element display by less reactive element, then it is called the displacement reaction. In the short way, we can say that when element is displayed by another element, it means we can say that when one element of the reactant, when one element of the reactant display by the another element in the product, then it is called the displacement reaction. Now the example of the displacement reaction is equal to K plus H2O is equal to KOH plus H2. Here K is the potassium. When potassium react with the water, then it gives the KOH plus H2O. It means we can say that when potassium react with water, then this is the reactant and this is the product. Here OH display from here OH display and OH can be combined with the potassium, so we can say that KOH plus H2O. KOH in the KOH, the OH is display from the H2O, so we can say that when a more reactive element display a less reactive element, then it is called the displacement reaction. In the same way, the other example is Zn plus HCl is equal to ZnCl2 plus H2. Here Zn is the zinc and HCl is the hydrochloride. Then this gives the zinc chloride plus this is the hydrogen. It means we can say that when zinc combine with the HCl, then it gives the zinc chloride plus H2O. It means we can say that when HCl in the HCl, Cl is replaced with the zinc. It means we can say that when a more reactive element display a less reactive element, then it is called the displacement reaction. In the same way, we can say that the other example Cl2 plus CaI2 is equal to CaCl2 plus I2. It means we can say that when chlorine plus calcium iodine, here I2 means iodine, CaH means calcium, it means calcium iodine, then it gives the iodine can be replaced by single element and the chlorine can be replaced with the calcium. It means we can say that when a more reactive element display from a less reactive element, then it is called displacement reaction. For this can be easily explained with the help of an example. Here chlorine, then it gives the calcium chloride and iodine is the single product. Then in the same way, we can say that other example magnesium plus CuSO4 it gives the Cu plus MgSO4. Here Mg is the magnesium and Cu is the copper sulfate, then it gives the copper plus magnesium sulfate. It means we can say that when a more reactive element can be displayed from the less reactive element, then it is called the displacement reaction. So we can, first of all, we know about all details. Here this reaction can be easily explained with the help of here Mg plus CuSO4, it gives the Cu plus MgSO4. We know that Mg is the magnesium and the electronic configuration configuration of Mg is equal to 282 because 282 the atomic number of Mg is equal to 12, so we can say that electronic configuration is 2, so Mg is equal to 2 plus. In the same way SO4, we know that SO4 is equal to 2 negative, and the calcium is the, so we can say that when we multiply Mg plus CaSO4, then we can say that Mg combine with the SO4, and calcium is the less reactive. It means we can say that when more reactive element can be combined with the less reactive element, and the single product gives. So we can say that these all equation with the help of the electronic configuration. Here we first of all it explain with the help of atomic number, electronic configuration, and the outermost cell. If we have the knowledge of the atomic number, knowledge of the electronic configuration, and knowledge of the outermost cell, then from this we can explain the all reaction. If we do not have any knowledge of the atomic number, any knowledge of the electronic configuration, and any knowledge of the outermost cell, then we cannot define any reaction. So we can say that when we solve any equation, then we knowledge the atomic number, electronic configuration, and the outermost cell, because all are matter in the reaction. So we can say that this is the displacement reaction. So at last we can say that in the displacement reaction, a more reactive element can be display a less reactive element. Here K plus H2O, then K combine with the OH, and the H2 is the hydrogen gas. This is just like a product. In the same way Zn plus HCl, here zinc can be combined with the Cl, and the H2 is the hydrogen gas. So we can say that more reactive element can be displayed with the less reactive element. In the same way chlorine plus Ca calcium iodine then can be replaced by the calcium chloride plus iodine. In the same way Mg plus CuSO4, then Mg can be replaced with the SO4, the MgSO4 plus Cu is the copper. Now here we will discuss the double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction, in the displacement reaction only one element is replaced by another element, and in the double displacement reaction two element can be replaced by another two element in the product. So we can say that when single element can be replaced by another element then called displacement. But this is the displacement, but in the double displacement, when double element it means two element can be replaced by another two element then called double displacement. displacement. It means we can say that when the cation and the anion of two compounds switch places. It means we can say that when the cation and the anion, in this case cation and the anion can both are the replaced by another cation and anion, then it is called the double displacement reaction. In general form we can say that AB plus CD. Here A can be combined with D and C can be combined with B can be combined with C. It means we can say that in the short way, if we have AB and CD, then AB combined with D and B combined with C, B combined with C. So we can say that this is the general formula of the double displacement reaction. Now the example of the double displacement reaction is HCl plus में NaOH. Here NaCl plus H2O. It means we can say that this is the compound. Compound means HCl means hydrochlorine, H hydrochloride plus NaOH, sodium hydroxide. When hydrochloride react with the sodium hydroxide, then it gives the sodium chloride plus H2O. It means we can say that HCl can be combined with the Na. Here HCl combined with the Na and the OH combined with H2. So OH combined with H2. When OH combined with H2, then it gives the H2O, and Cl combined with Na, then it gives the NaCl. It means NaCl is a sodium chloride, this is a salt, and H2O is a water. It means we can say that when hydrochlorine can be combined with NaOH, then it gives the salt plus water. In the same way, we have another example. AgNO3 plus NaCl, it gives the AgCl plus NaNO3. It means we can say that when AgNO3, when silver nitrate, when AgNO3 can be combined with the NaCl, AgNO3 react with the NaCl. NaCl is the sodium chloride. Then it gives the AgCl plus NaNO3. This is the AgCl. It means Ag can be combined with the Cl and Na can be combined with the NO3. It means it gives the reaction when AgNO3 plus NaCl can be combined both each other, then it gives the AgCl plus NaNO3. It means we can say that one reactant, one cation can be combined with the other, and the one other cation can be combined with the anion. It means we can say that both element can be replaced by another element. It means one element can be combined with the sodium and other element can be combined with the hydrogen. So we can say that both element combine with the other element. So we can say that this is the double displacement reaction. Now the other example of the double displacement reaction, KBr plus AgNO3, then it gives the KNO3 plus AgBr. When KBr, K is the potassium, Br is the bromide. So potassium bromide can be combined with the AgNO3, then it gives the K. Here K can be combined with the NO3 and it gives the AgBr. So this is also the double displacement reaction. So we can say that in the single displacement reaction only one element can be replaced by another element, and in the double displacement reaction two element can be combined with the another two elements. So this is called the double displacement reaction. Now we will discuss the exothermic reaction. We will discuss the exothermic reaction and the endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction that produce it. It means a reaction that release energy from the system in the form of heat. It means we can say that exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction are those reactions which release the heat. It means we can say that when we can say that a reaction or a exothermic reaction are those reaction which gives the heat after complete the reaction, then it is called the exothermic reaction. Just like Mg plus O2, here Mg is the magnesium, O2 is the oxygen. When Mg plus O2, it gives the MgO, magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. It means we can say that when any two reactant can be combined with the when any two reactant can be combined, then it gives the product and also gives the heat. So we can say that just like candle, this is a candle. When we burn the candle, then it gives the heat. This is the example of the exothermic reaction. Just like burning of fuel. Burning of fuel is also the example of the exothermic reaction. This is the fuel. When we burn the fuel, then it gives the heat. This is the example of the exothermic reaction. Now we discuss the endothermic reaction. This is the exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction is completely reverse the exothermic reaction. In the exothermic reaction, heat is released, but in the endothermic reaction, heat does not release. In the endothermic reaction, it absorbs the heat. It means we can say that this is the ice cube. This is another ice cube. This is the box. When we put the box, near the heat, then at that time the ice cube absorb the heat and it gives melt and it gives water. It means we can say that when any ice cube can be put in the near the heat and can be put outside the fridge, then the ice cube can be melt easily, and it means we can say that the ice cube absorb the heat. The ice cube absorb the heat and gives the water. So we can say that in the endothermic reaction, absorb the and give different product. So the other example of the melt ice, melt solid salt. This in the case of solid salt, then it is the same process. Now the evaporation liquid water. It means we can say that this is a bowl. When in the gas, when we put on the gas of this container, here this is the stove. When we put the container on the gas, then it gives the heat. And the water can be evaporated. And gives the water comes outside the boil. It means we can say that in the endothermic reaction, when we heat apply on the container, then the water can be replaced in the water can be replaced by the evaporation. This is called the endothermic reaction, and in the exothermic reaction heat is released, and in the endothermic reaction heat absorbed by the container. So we can say that this is the first we discuss the displacement reaction, secondly we discuss the double displacement reaction, and third we discuss the exothermic reaction, and we discuss the endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction are completely different from each other, and the displacement reaction and the double displacement reaction are not different from each other. They are just like the same process. In the displacement reaction, single element can be replaced, but in the double displacement reaction, two element can be replaced by another two element. Thank you.